Alright, so as you can see, what I've done is I went in there and I pulled all the branches and arranged them in a way that it looks like the tree is a lot more full now. And honestly, once everything's on there, it's going to look really full. I remember from last year, I was surprised how full the tree looked. So step 2 is garland, and garland can be a pain in the ass, especially if you don't have enough, because I don't. I have enough of one. I think I have 2 different brands of garland. There's this blue here, and then I'm trying to see if you can see. Oh, there you go. You can see that. Oh, what the hell? Probably hope that wasn't blocking the camera angle. Oh, you got this lighter garland, and then I think I have a darker blue in here. Actually, it's the other way around. This is the lighter, this is the darker. And I remember last year I started and I used this like halfway down the tree, and then I had to go to this one. You could tell it was different. So I probably should next year, in anticipation of all this, go buy new garland. But like I said, this year I was so busy, I was so kind of just blindsided by stuff going on. I really wasn't prepared. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this garland. It's blue garland. And I'm going to attempt to put this on the tree starting at the top. By the way, a lot of people ask me about this shirt I'm wearing. It's Polo Ralph Lauren. I got it at Macy's, I want to say. Macy's has I think this is in the sleepwear section, to be honest. It's actually a nice light sweater that I wear around during the colder months. So yeah, if you're interested in looking at it, I would go to a Macy's and see if they still have it. Now, some people, if this is a tree that was like in the center of a room, you'd have to actually wrap the garland all the way around the tree. However, since this is not, since the back's going to be facing the air conditioner, no one's really going to see it, you don't have to go all the way around. What you can do is actually go across, and then once you reach the back, you loop it around and come back. I'll show you what I mean. It's a little technique that some people use, especially when, like I said, if you don't need to have it perfectly covering the entire tree, because you have an area that's against a wall, like I have. Go ahead and get this going. See, so I'll loop it here, down the back of the tree. Probably around that branch there. You want to try to maybe keep it even with your branches. Make sure to leave enough space. And hold on, can you even see what I'm doing? I think I have the camera aimed down like an idiot. Oh, there you go. You want to have enough space so that you can fit ornaments and things here. You also want to have some of your branches sticking out the edges like that so you can hang ornaments on them. So this is my first piece. And it actually is perfectly long enough to end in the back, which is good. That's perfect. Have it go on that branch right there like that. Alright, and it can end right there, loop around, like so. And now I'll grab the next piece. I think at one time this all was one strand of garland, and the thing over time actually fell apart. I think that's what happened. But honestly, I don't remember. For a couple of years, when I actually lived with my parents about 2 years ago now, we couldn't have a Christmas tree because they had 2 cats that they got. And the cats, we did try it one year, the cats would not get out of the tree. They were in that tree probably for the whole month of December. And it was just a pain in the ass. They kept knocking stuff off the tree. We tried getting unbreakable ornaments. It didn't matter. They would still knock them off the tree and play with them like they were toys. It was just a big hassle. So for a year or two, we didn't even have a Christmas tree. And that was a bummer. I couldn't have it in my room because, God forbid, the cat sneaks in my room, which it had a way of getting in, even though I don't know how. I would go in there in the room and I'd hear meow, and what the hell is that? And then I'd look, and the cat's like under my dresser or something, causing trouble, or under the bed, kicking stuff around. I'm like, ugh. And it's not a big deal. It's not like I don't like animals, but it was dangerous. Like right now, all these wires that I have over here in my entertainment center, if a cat lived here, the cat could jump in there and get electrocuted. And that's what kept happening. Whenever the cat would run in my room, it would go behind my TV for all my electronic stuff, and it would start, playing with the wires, and it was a big risk, and I was like, alright, something's got to give here. And then eventually I got my own place, about 1.5 years ago now. And this kind of sucks because this garland ran out right here. So there's really nothing I can do about it. What I'm going to have to do is kind of wrap it around something. Or at least stick it, there you go, I'll stick it in the back like that. And I'll get a new piece and I'll continue from there. But it kind of sucks because it's going to stick out that it's a different type of garland I'm using. Looks like this garland's a lot longer. But that garland looks better. So I'm glad I started with that. This garland looks all raggedy. Ugh. This one's been through the ringer. It looks like it's been beat up. Oh man, I definitely got to get new garland next year. Alright, so let's see. Where does it start? Where's the end? Where the hell is it? I don't see it. I don't see the end of this stupid thing. I'm going to have to unravel the whole thing looking for the end. This sucks. Oh, here it is. I found it. It was tied up. Alright, so we got to start from this end. Let me see, if this whole thing is one piece, then... Yeah, it is. It's all one piece. Shoot. I'm going to have to use it all, which means I'm going to have to go crazy with the garland on the bottom of the tree. Unless I cut it. I guess I could cut it, because like I said, next year I'm probably going to get a new garland. This is all worn out. Alright, so let's figure this out. Continue from here. Oh, let me actually aim the camera down. That's what I'm working with there at the bottom of the tree. Yeah, and it sucks. Like this condo, even though it's a nice place, they don't allow any pets besides cats. I guess they had an issue where years ago someone had, probably I'm going to guess it was mice or rodents or some kind of a rodent type of a pet, and it must have got loose and probably lived in a wall for a while and then started reproducing. And I would assume that's probably what happened. They had a lot of problems with that kind of pet. And therefore they said, well, the only pet that wouldn't... Dogs, obviously, this condo is small. For me it's perfect, for me alone, but if I had a dog or whatever, it would be too small. For even a little dog, I think, would want more room than here. So I think that's a good call that they don't let dogs live here. But... I guess they figure cats, that way if anyone does ever eventually get a rodent, the cats will eat all the mice. Alright, so going around the bottom here, finishing up the other side. I really shouldn't be bending over like that either. I should be bending with my knees, but there's no room. Here we go. Yeah, what a shame that I didn't have enough garland of the first type to do the whole tree, because that garland looks good compared to this one. Alright, so it's roughly covering the whole tree. I think I'm actually going to snip this. Like I said, next year I'll buy new garland. Let me get my scissors. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you did anal with the neighbors. How dare you? The garland is snipped. I'm just going to finish it up back here. Alright, so the tree is sufficiently covered in garland. Now, hold on. Let's see what it looks like. That looks like shit at the bottom there. Looks awful. How about that? That looks a little better. Alright, so there's the tree. We've got the garland. When I come back, we'll start taking out the ornaments. We'll take a look at them. We'll figure out what I'm putting on here, what I'm not putting on here. And then I'll probably start doing it. The star, this is a crucial mistake I made last year. Don't put the star on first, because that thing keeps moving and falling off. So the star should be the last thing you do. But yeah, so when I come back, we will look at ornaments and we'll go from there.